Guys, we are going to start now, I think. There's no Brody today, so I feel a little bit weird doing this, but it's been a long time, and I think we're just going to draw this comic. I wasn't planning on doing another Phil comic, but I figured that's probably what people want to see the most. We're not going to have, there's nobody in here right now, but we're probably not going to have very many people, I would assume. It's been a long time since we've done this, and a lot of setup, man. It's not the program is not very easy to use, so I will just try to keep this going. Let's see here. So we're doing a comic today. I tried to fit it into 4 panels, but I couldn't fit it. If you've seen the old commercial, I forget which year it came out. I think it must have been 2008, 2007. I think it's famously known as the Max Talbot Superstar commercial. And there's the man right there. So this is going to be a fun one. I couldn't fit it in one row, so we're going to do a full double-sized one today. And I wish Brody was here. This is really awkward. It's all good. We're going to try and do this a few more times yet this year. Well, what are we talking about? It's only July coming up, so we're going to probably do one a month, maybe? I don't know. I haven't even talked to Brody about it yet, but I hope you can hear me. I have a weird setup for my mic. I'll have to show you a picture of it later. It's kind of strange, but it works. I was doing a test before, and I realized the microphone wasn't picking up my voice at all. Not that I'm talking loud anyways. Oh, there's some space down here. So for those of you who don't do this on the regular like I do, maybe I'll explain my setup. I usually work in a lot of layers. So as you can see on the side here, unless there's stuff blocking here, let me turn some of this stuff off. On the side, you can see all my different panels, my different layers. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Let me turn this one off here. yeah, so along the right side here, I have my title, the logo. The bottom is for the website. And below that, I have these panels. So I have options for if I want to do a 3-panel comic or a 4-panel. So clearly we're doing a 4, so I can turn those on and off. And I have borders as well. This is what I was talking about here, the borders. I have to fix a chunk on the bottom. Let me just pull that across like that. I need to unlock that guy. Man, my mouse is going to the other screen all the time. Here we go. Okay. Grab that. Here we go. So I'm going to fill this with white so that nothing below it will show up. I started doing this just last year. I think it was with the fill that I started doing it. I add adding a white layer in behind the panels. So when I draw, let me show you here. If I was to draw a line, my lines only stay in the panels. If I go across, as you can see there, if I go across the gap, there's white that covers that up, so it's not going to show. And if I can turn my border off, then you can see it shows through right away. So it works. That's basically what I was getting to. So let's keep going here. I usually start the easiest spot on the page. I haven't drawn for a few days now, so I'm a little bit rusty. And I don't know how you guys like to draw. I draw pencils. I'm pretty fluid. I'm pretty scratchy, but when I'm doing inks, I like to get a nice smooth line. So I kind of swipe it and try to get it to be as smooth as possible. That way, as you can see here, I have a lot of overlap, and I have to go back and erase these after, but I think the line comes across a lot smoother. Just my eyes here. I should have originally tried drawing these circles by hand, but we found out it's a lot easier to do them with a circle tool. It comes out a lot better. Let's do that. Yeah, so this is mostly a test stream. We haven't done one in a while. The last few we were just playing some games. I forget which games we've been playing. Halo or something. I don't know. It's been a while. So we're doing a test one tonight, and then later this week, I think on July 1st is the plan for now. I think that's when Brody's back from his trip. We're going to start doing this hopefully more than once a month. We want to get some momentum. We've done it in a while, and it's a lot of fun when we get going. Yeah, I kind of just go from panel to panel, cherry picking. Actually, copy pasting these 2 bottom panels. I'm just going to change them a little bit at the end. I just want to work on some Max Talbot for a minute. So I think this is pretty close to how I want them. When I do my sketches, it's usually pretty sketchy. Like you can tell from this first panel here, it's pretty, not that one, this one here, it's pretty rough. It's basically stick figures. So I'll have to come back in later and fix that. But not Max. I got him pretty much how I want him. Let's see if I can get this nose right. Maybe I'll go, yeah, I think I'll go like, yeah, that looks a little better. Should put some music in the background. Man, it's quiet down here. There we go. So yeah, I'm just looking for that perfect line. I don't usually get it on the first swipe. That's why these take so long to make. Oh, unless I do it like that. I get it on the first try. Not usually. There we go. I'll have to get that facial hair in a minute. I'm a little bit worried about it. Trying to fit it through this little channel there is going to be tough. I'll see if I can find that commercial that this comic's based on in a minute here. My wrist cramps up. Pretty sure you've all seen it. Although it's not as famous as the Patrick Kane and Jonathan Tace commercial. I think a lot more people have seen that one. I think the Penguins commercial's a lot worse. Or better. I mean, I enjoy watching it, but it's one of the worst commercials ever made. Just gonna thicken up these. Not that thick. There we go. That looks good. So when I'm doing these lines, I generally try to close everything up. And by close things up, I mean like connecting the lines here, like the mouth especially, because I'm going to go in and color these. I want to make sure that the color is not going to leak out when I what do you call it? Paint can? The dump with this one, whatever this one is. It'll probably say if I hover. Oh, my hand's shaking too much. I've got a slight shake to my hand. I can't quite hold it steady enough. Okay, let's bring this down. Oops. So I'll bring that right. Yeah, come on. That's good enough. Jeez. Some days I can just go right in and quickly swipe these. And other days I want to get a little bit more perfect. For those of you not familiar with Penguins history, I really wasn't either until drawing the comic, drawing the fill. Same with Brody. Brody was an Avalanche fan. He probably still is to some degree, but became a huge Penguins fan once the comic started. Kind of picked up a lot of the history, and Max Talbot is a pretty big part of it. He came onto the team, it was before 2009. I think he was there a few years before our 2 cup runs in the late 2000s. Oh, these figures are terrible. He had some big moments, and maybe the biggest moment. Well, there was a couple that were pretty awesome. I forget. I think it was it round 1 or round 2 against the Flyers. Ooh, I'll look it up later. But there was a moment when he shushed the crowd. I think we were playing in Philadelphia, and he got in a fight. And as he was being taken off the ice, he put his finger to his lips and shushed the crowd. It was like right then everyone just became massive Talbot fans. I mean, to do it in Philadelphia too, that's pretty cool. There's a few people in the chat. I can't tell who it is because I don't know how Twitch works. Welcome. You missed the whole awkward introduction, the whole... Oh my gosh, these fingers are terrible. There we go. Sometimes like this is a lot of lines in this picture here. I like to rough it out a little bit quicker like this and go back and erase and clean up a little bit. But ooh, that's not where that goes. How about there? That's the crook of the elbow. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to stick that, but Mr. Star Rambler himself. Hey, man. It's just saying I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. Is the chat showing up on the side? I can't even tell. Kind of looks like it might be. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're kind of doing a test stream today. Brody couldn't do it. Brody couldn't make it. He's on his honeymoon, actually. And he said he might be back. He might be back by July 1st. And why July 1st? You might ask yourself. I think I Star Rambler. You know. I'm gonna call you by your. I'm gonna call you that name because I want to out you on the stream. But July 1st is Canada Day, and usually we go out to a cabin to celebrate, but not this year. So we're doing this instead. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what his hair looks like in the back. I should just let's pull across like that. Yeah, it was a fun wedding. We got some cool pictures. A lot of goofy moments, a lot of fun stuff. Got to embarrass Brody for a while on stage. That was fun. Had a good time. I'm not sure if he even has Wi-Fi or data even where he's at, or service. He's out camping actually with his new wife, so I doubt he even has access to any way to see this at all. Let's back this out a little bit. This is kind of what we're working on. I don't know why I picked the biggest comic in the world to start on, but as I was saying at the beginning, when I first started, I wanted to do it in one row, but the joke didn't work across one row, so I turned into 2 rows. 5 panels could have worked too, but I just didn't have enough space. There's a lot of words. Geno Malkin. This is probably the most recognizable character from our comic, just based on his nose alone. Also probably looks the least like the character he's supposed to be. Yeah, it's pretty Canadian. Yeah, the wedding was at a camp. The wedding was outside, kind of in the bush. We're surrounded by bush, so yeah, very Canadian as well. So this is this would be before 2008, I think. I have to look this commercial up. This is olden time. This is back when Malkin had a bit of a mullet. And long before he spoke Canadian too, so. Or spoke Canadian. I was talking and looking at the chat at the same time, sorry. Before he spoke English. And if you know him, as we know him, he barely speaks English now. So not much has changed. He's kind of got a blank expression here. We got a couple people in the chat. Let's throw the commercial up. Let's see if I can find it here. I got a bunch of new. Oh, oops, my stuff is sliding. I got a bunch of new things here as well. New panels and stuff. I'm just gonna look up this commercial real quick. It is called the. What would I even search? Max Talbot commercial. There's a couple of them. They made a sequel for this as well. Terrible. They're all terrible. They're both terrible commercials. Let's see if I can find this here. I think it's this one here. Let's play that. Let me know if you can hear this or not. Might not be able to. There's a bit of a black screen before it starts.
Here are your keys, Mr. Armstrong.
Right on. Colby, what are you doing here? I'm here to pick up my new BMW. A&L really took good care of me because of, who I am.
Because of who I am.
You? Who are you? I thought they only took care of superstars like me.
There's audio coming through for that?
They treat everybody like a superstar. That's why I have one of each. Gina, take a jet.
Dude's got one of each.
A&L Motor Sales, serving Pittsburgh for 60 years.
Like, oh my goodness, that's just one of the best commercials ever made. Like, just so good. So we've done parodies of other commercials before. I got a little bit of hot water for the other one I did. It was the the Patrick Kane phone commercial, and that was right about the time he was accused of assaulting somebody. I don't know if nobody really knows if it was real or not, or if he was ever guilty of it, but kind of made a joke and it didn't go over well, so we deleted the comic. I think it's I put it back up on the put it back up on the website a while back, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. Oh, I don't know if I can find it. Ah, that's okay. Not important. Where's my... Sorry, I got a lot of screens going on here. Where is my... There it is. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so if you followed the fill, like we covered a lot of real life stuff. People comment before that there's not a lot of jokes in these comics, and you know there really isn't. I was just it's fun to just recreate certain scenes and things from Penguin's lore, especially this was one I've been wanting to do for a long time. Just kind of put our spin on it and throw a few little goofy things into it. I hate drawing hands. I used to be really bad at them. But I've improved a lot, but man, I hate drawing hands. Okay, let's get this shirt problem going on. Get this shirt fixed here. I don't like that. So Star Rambler and I did a stream a while back. I think it was for the... Was it for the same... Under the same username? We did kind of a sketching art thing. And I don't remember if we had people calling out requests for art. I think that's what it was. A year and a bit ago. That was pretty fun. We have some ideas of things we want to do stuff like that again. Different art challenges, and trying to trick Brody into doing some art as well. He can draw. He doesn't think he can draw, but he can really draw. It's quite hilarious. I think his drawings are a lot funnier than mine. Okay, that's good enough for this cheap white suit. Oh, Bit Heroes. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, this looks a little bit like Krichan. I don't know if I like that. Do you know who Krichan is? You probably have heard of him before. Good grief, why can't I draw? Just a second, I need to find a reference picture for this guy. Just looking up some pictures here. He has a pretty distinguished forehead. Copy that and stick him back in the... I keep losing my mouse. I need to fix this before I do this next time here. Here we go. That's going to be a huge picture on the screen. Oh, or not at all. Where's my... Just a second. Okay, let's see if I got this here. Ah, there we go. Okay. Sergei Gonchar. Former Penguin. You know, I should just freaking stick his head on there and just just leave it as him. So I'm gonna try and get Brody on the next one. I find it difficult to draw and try to keep a stream running at the same time. It's a lot of extra thinking. I'm trying to make these lines work. Okay, this is I enjoy this the most. I'm finding new characters and trying to match them up to their real life counterpart. Yeah, I think if I nail that forehead, I got it beat. He's got little tiny eyes. I've drawn him before. I was going to bring up the old picture I did of Gonchar, but he looks like a gnome, pretty much. Kind of looks like a gnome here too, but that's okay. That big forehead. Well, even back in these days, he had a big forehead. Thinning hair. And those wild eyebrows. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna find some music for next time. It's too quiet. It's like dead quiet downstairs. There we go. I think these sideburns are a little bit less than this even. Okay, I'll work with that. I'll figure this out later. And dude was wearing a suit. So this is a test stream. I think audio is working okay, clearly. The video's coming through okay. I think everything's working. I kind of wanted to work through all the kinks ahead of time. I feel like every time, especially when we're doing a video game, and we throw it up and we think everything's good, and then it turns out that everything is wrong. Nobody can hear us. So I wanted to get that all figured out now, because next week's an important one. We're doing a giveaway. I'll announce this now. We're doing a giveaway. I've been doing City Folk for more than 10 years now, since we started. The first strip came out in 2009, I think, in January. So a long time ago. We've been doing this for a long time. Or at least I have. Brody's been there since the beginning too, but he became a lot more involved with the fill. So we want to celebrate and give away a t-shirt. We're going to give away some commissions as well. Haven't done some art for people in a while. Been pretty busy. But we're going to try and do some of that at the same time. 10 years flies by, hey? Yeah, that looks okay. Good enough. Oh, he's throwing keys too. That's part of the commercial. He chucks the keys over to Malkin, and in our version, he misses them completely because he's, I don't know, he doesn't speak English, so he doesn't know how to catch keys. I don't know. There's not really a joke there. Oh, Malkin needs legs. Friends for close to 10 years. I don't think I knew you that far back. I think we kind of met after Time Loopers started. Is that right? Let's see here. I'll go to the website. 8. Yeah, probably more like 8. I just gotta see when. Where's my mouse? Yeah, probably more like 8 years now. Let's take a look here. So if we go back, Time Loopers. I'm just going on the website to take a look. You like my my browsing page? That's great. Time Loopers. I'm gonna look it up here. It was strip 1. Let's see. Yeah, these are old. This was a long time ago. My webpage was we were using Smack Chiefs to host our page since the beginning, a long time. I wanted a free site to do that, and then I switched over to WordPress. I forget which chapter of City Folk we switched, but it was, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. Switched to WordPress, and I wanted a little more control over the site. I wanted all the widgets and all the stuff. Everybody was switching to WordPress who was in comics, so I kind of wanted to do the same thing. But then WordPress started crashing on me. It would crash about once every 3 or 4 months, and I would have to go and fix things and I'm on vacation and I get a message on Twitter saying your site's crashed. I can't see anything, so I go back and look, and I'm on vacation, so I can't fix it. I got to come home and spend hours debugging it and going through the code and all that fun stuff. So I decided to switch back to Smack Chiefs, and it's been good. It's super easy to program, to code, and I can do pretty much all I want on it. I'm pretty happy with the website as it is now. There's nothing I really add to it, but so let's see. This was around 2012. Looks about 2012. Some good comments. I've always confused myself. I have comments on the WordPress site too, but I lost all that data. So I only have the comments from this website. I was looking for a certain one, but I don't see it. Yeah, so I think drop my pen. I think I think I met you through something. I forget when or what, but you asked me to do some art for your podcast, and it was kind of related to time loopers. I think you wanted the same kind of style. I think it's more of a kind of Adventure Time. This is like not Adventure Time-ish. Right, from looking at it right now, it's similar, but I got a little more. Chapter 4, I think the design was a little better, a little closer to Adventure Time. It kind of turned into its own thing after a while too. Oh, why is that page so big? Oh, that's really weird. And that one's normal. Yeah, it's not a perfect site. If you read through this, I guess you got to scroll to the right. That's terrible. Okay, I'll fix this later. I'm getting distracted. Let me get back to the comic here. I'll just do another quick panel here. I just want to get working on Colby Armstrong. Should I pull up a reference picture for him? Nah, this looks. If you know Colby Armstrong, this picture's pretty. I think looks a lot like him. I'm drawing with a Wacom stylus, I guess you'd call it, drawing pad. Pretty much the same one I've used since I started doing this. That eye nice and round. There we go. It's essentially just a square-shaped tablet with a stylus pen. I would love to get one of the new ones with a screen, and you can just draw on the screen. Cintiq, I think they call them. But I don't have that many thousands of dollars. And it'd probably take me a few years to, or a few years, maybe a few weeks to learn how to use it. I kind of like how this one works. He's got, oh, there we go. I like that. I like that. Is his ear that big? It must be. I drew this a few days ago. Oh, I drew this at work, actually. I was on break, and I was trying to figure out a way to... I was trying to figure out a strip to do for the stream. I wasn't sure what I could do. So I drew this at work. I thought I used a lot of reference pictures. Maybe not. There we go. Let's just get this all sketched in here. That's that's good. I remember being really happy with this mouth, so I gotta make sure I get it exactly how it is here. There we go. Oh, forgot the hair on the side. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this panel here. Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get. I'm not going to stream for very long today. I just wanted to make sure everything was working. And we're going to do a full stream next week. I'll probably finish this comic this week as well, and I'll post it on the website. I don't think I have time to finish it today, but I just want to quickly share with you guys. We are kind of our plans here for the next week. So yeah, like I said, we're doing the latest chapter of our comic. There it is. So we're doing the latest chapter of our comic. I've been doing City Folk since, like we said, 2009, January 2009. So it's chapter 18. If you haven't read all the way through, it's quite a long read. That's about 10 years of comics. I mean, it's a lot of comics. I should go count how many there are, but it's a lot. So we're finishing up that series. It's kind of gone here and there. We've gone to space. We've gone everywhere with these guys. So we're gonna do a finale and kind of finish up the chapter. And from there, I have some ideas of where it's going after that. But this is going to be the finale for these characters and for this series. So that should be fun. So that's going to start, I think, July 1st. I've been trying to get ahead of it and get a few comics done so I don't have to rush to get them out. But we're going to try and do 3 a week, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of schedule for this strip until it's done. We usually do about 40 to 50 comics for a chapter, so it'll be something like that. And then once that's done, I'm going to put everything into a book and hopefully have everything as a collection. You can download it. Where's my thing here? So yeah, that'll be exciting. Been excited to go back to these comics for a long time. Can do more, I feel, with them. Is there music coming through? I don't think there is. Oh, now it is. Yeah, so that's that. And what else do I have? We're doing a giveaway as well. So we're doing a merch giveaway at the end of the week. So July 1st, we're going to announce a few people for prizes. I have 3 prizes to give. We're going to give away a t-shirt. We're going to give away 2 commissions as well. So just be, I don't know, like a wallpaper background or a t-shirt design or something that the winners decide. Pretty much anything. So we'll be doing that as well. So make sure you enter. I'm going to post this stuff either tonight or tomorrow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Those are my 3 main ones. So if you see them on there, I'll leave probably instructions with those posts, either to like them or retweet them or share them or whatever, just to get an entry in. I want as many people to be entered as possible. I want to try and hype up a little bit for the next chapter, which would be really cool. So that's that. And the t-shirts. I know I've been working on a lot of t-shirts. People have been asking if there's any designs coming. I had to take a bunch down. I got, I'm going to call them copyright strikes, but a few of them were taken down by TeePublic, which is our t-shirt site. The fill ones. A lot of the fill ones got taken down. So the new ones will have no logos on them, and try not to reference the penguins too much, and I think they're fine. There's a lot of stuff on it that gets sold that I can't believe is not taken down, so I can't quite see how the new ones we were sending out are going to be targeted, so I don't know. We'll just see. Let's see here. So we've got tons of new shirts. I'm doing a bunch of City Folk designs, different logos, different ideas I've had, and some fill ones as well. A whole bunch of fill ones, actually. Bringing back some old ones and just tweaking a few other ones. So it should be fun. I'm not going to put these on the store until July 1st. Because once I put them up, there's a sale for 3 days. You can get them for a sale price, which is really great. So I don't want to put them up too soon before announcing them. And then we'll do a giveaway. And whoever wins can pick one of these designs. And I'll have... There's going to be tons in this. I think there's 20-something different shirts we're going to do. So that's exciting. I've been wanting to do t-shirts for a long time, and yeah, I guess I love t-shirts. So a bunch of cool designs. I especially like the, can I pause this? Probably not. You can see it coming up. It's the three-headed monster of Crosby, Malkin, and Letang. I love that one. Makes me laugh. Yeah. So let's go back to the stream here. So yeah, make sure you check out this post in the next few days, and then come back on July 1st. We're gonna do a lot more, and hopefully give away some stuff. So thanks for checking this out. I'm gonna finish this comic the next few days as well and post it. So don't worry about seeing the finished one. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Star Rambler, good to see you again. If you want to do a stream, let me know. I'm kind of free. I'm also kind of busy. But yeah, let me know in the next little bit. It'd be fun to keep that up again. Okay, thanks guys. See you later.